When conversations about alternatives to the F-35 arise, one name frequently surfaces: Sweden's JAS-39 Gripen. On paper, it's a formidable fourth-generation plus fighter, compact, agile, and battle-proven in certain environments. But when you place it side by side with the F-35, the difference becomes hard to ignore. The Gripen is a Gen 4.5 aircraft designed for affordability and versatility, not stealth dominance. It can perform specific missions impressively, like quick reaction intercepts or operations from short runways. Yet, when it comes to sensor fusion, electronic warfare, or deep strike capability, it simply doesn't play in the same league as the F-35. In fact, when European nations, including, if memory serves, Switzerland, conducted detailed head-to-head trials in the mid to late 2010s, the Gripen's performance was found lacking against more advanced competitors. The evaluation was clear: it's a great plane, just not a fifth-generation solution. So, while the Gripen offers reliability and cost efficiency, the gap between it and the F-35 isn't just generational, it's strategic. If Canada truly wants to step away from the F-35, yet still stay within the realm of fifth-generation stealth, two aircraft deserve serious attention: South Korea's KF-21 Boramae and Turkey's TAI Kaan. Both are remarkable not just for their ambition, but for what they represent: a quiet revolution in global defense independence. Let's start with the TF Kaan, Turkey's bold entry into the fifth-generation arena. Unlike many Western fighters, this jet is 100% homegrown, built entirely without American input or licensing. For Canada, that means a partnership free from U.S. export restrictions, a tempting thought, especially when political strings often dictate procurement timelines. Then there's the Korean KF-21, a hybrid of proven reliability and emerging stealth. While it carries some U.S. licensed technology, it's still about 85 to 90% indigenous. And Korea's engineering capability suggests they could push even further if given the resources or European cooperation. Canadian aviators have long emphasized the value of twin-engine fighters, especially for Arctic and long-range patrol missions. Both the KF-21 and TF Kaan check that box perfectly, offering not only redundancy, but power and range, something single-engine designs like the F-35 sometimes struggle to match in harsh northern conditions. Interestingly, Korea already plans to have 40 KF-21s in service by 2028, and with sufficient funding from a partner like Canada, production could accelerate. Korea's defense industry has proven highly adaptable. They want buyers, and they're willing to scale. There's even talk of an advanced KF-21EX variant, a full multi-role true stealth version of the fighter, though it's not yet in production. Still, the groundwork exists, and if Canada were to invest now, it might not just buy a jet, it could help shape the next generation of one. Now, let's talk about the reality check, timelines, and flexibility. Turkey's TF Kaan, for all its promise, is still some distance away from true mass production. The prototypes have flown, the performance data looks promising, but as with all ambitious defense projects, progress depends on two forces that shape every weapons program: money and political pressure. A shift in either can move mountains or stop them dead. The Korean KF-21, however, tells a different story. It's already on the edge of full production, and what makes it especially compelling is its weapons flexibility. This aircraft isn't locked into one ecosystem. It can fire a wide variety of Korean-made munitions, German weapons like the IRST and Taurus cruise missile, and even American systems, giving any operator an unusually broad set of options. In a world of increasingly siloed defense alliances, that kind of flexibility is gold. The Turkish Kaan, by contrast, is completely homegrown, which is both its strength and its limitation. It gives Turkey independence from Western suppliers, yes, but for now, it relies solely on domestic munitions, and that narrows its battlefield versatility. Still, both the Kaan and the KF-21 appear to outclass the Gripen in raw performance and long-term potential. The question, though, is how they measure up to the F-35. That answer remains uncertain. On paper, they're not there yet, not in sensor fusion, not in battlefield networking. But with Korean engineering precision and Canadian or allied software expertise, those gaps might close faster than anyone expects. The truth is, in modern aviation, technology isn't static. It evolves with cooperation. And if Canada decided to partner early, it could help turn these fighters into something far greater than the sum of their parts. One thing Korea has consistently shown in global defense partnerships is openness. Openness to economic offsets, technology sharing, and co-manufacturing. For nations looking to diversify their defense portfolios without surrendering sovereignty, that's a rare and valuable trait. In contrast, Turkey took a very different path. When offered multiple opportunities, 4 to be precise, to co-develop its 5th-generation fighter, Ankara declined every single one. The reason wasn't arrogance, it was strategic independence. Turkey wanted a fighter built entirely on its own terms, free from political interference, whether from Europe, the Middle East, or Asia. That decision, while slowing progress, carved a unique identity for the TF Kaan, a national symbol of autonomy. But from Canada's perspective, that same independence could make collaboration difficult, at least in the short term. Now, if I were sitting in the chair of Canada's defense minister, I'd see a narrow but vital window of opportunity. I wouldn't cancel the F-35 contract, not yet. Canada's deal covers just 88 aircraft, and in a world where politics often outweigh planning, the outcome of that contract could swing in unexpected directions, especially if Donald Trump returns to the White House. But while the world waits to see which way the wind blows in Washington, Canada could start moving quietly and smartly in another direction. That direction points straight towards Seoul. The KF-21 program offers everything Canada needs right now. Twin engines for Arctic reliability, broad compatibility with European and Korean munitions, and 0 American strings attached. Imagine this. Canada places an immediate order for 20 KF-21s, delivered as early as possible. These could serve as transition fighters, modern, flexible, and combat-ready. Then, as the KF-21EX, the true stealth, multi-role variant, comes online, Canada could acquire 40 more, gradually replacing the earlier jets or transferring them to allied nations eager for modern platforms. This strategy wouldn't just diversify Canada's fleet, it would insulate its defense future from American political turbulence. Because in the 21st century, sovereignty isn't just about geography anymore. It's about choice. The freedom to defend your skies without waiting for someone else's approval. At the end of the day, Canada stands at a crossroads between the security of tradition and the promise of independence. The F-35 represents technological dominance, but also political dependence. The Korean KF-21 and Turkish TF Kaan represent something different, a chance to redefine what sovereignty in the skies truly means. The question isn't whether Canada can find an alternative. It's whether it has the vision and courage to act before the window closes. Because in modern warfare, hesitation costs more than hardware. It costs options. What do you think? Should Canada stay locked into the F-35 deal or take the risk and shape its own fighter future? Share your thoughts below. Your opinion could spark the debate that changes the conversation. This is SkyJet Wings, where strategy meets the sky. If you found this analysis insightful, make sure to like, subscribe, and join us next time as we uncover the truth behind the world's next-generation air power.